Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Steven Universe, which we're getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
Sam Quattro.
Hi.
And Alex Bonilla.
Hola.
Today we are talking the surprise weekend released Legs from Here to Homeworld, the new Steven Universe episode that is out. It is out now on the CN app and website. It does not air on TV yet. We'll see when it does. But
about it.
They showed this at this weekend's Steven Universe San Diego Comic-Con panel, along with the announcement that there's going to be a Steven Universe movie, by the way, which we don't know. We don't know anything about that, so we won't even get into it. But yeah, that's coming soon. But they showed it, and then we were promised that it was going to be on the app at some point, and then finally Cartoon Network did that towards the Sunday night. So here we are, Sunday night, talking about Legs from Here to Homeworld. Make sure you've seen this episode. It is on the CN app. Because there's a lot of spoilers, so spoilers for this.
Basically, there's like 3 clips on Twitter, and you can see the whole episode, basically.
Okay, apparently, yeah. We were subsisting on cam footage before. We've gotten the episode, though, and we'll be getting into everything Legs from Here to Homeworld. Make sure you've seen this episode. Find us at overlyanimated.com. Search for Overly Animated Steven Universe on iTunes to subscribe to us there, or on our YouTube at overlyanimated.com/YouTube. Initial reactions were, we just saw it. Delaney, what are your initial takes on Legs from Here to Homeworld?
So I got spoiled on like Centipedal, but I was like, Centipedal! This is the problem when you work 12 hours and one of the listeners on the podcast, Ty, works with you.
Spoiled by a coworker.
And he's like, Twitter! And I'm like, don't tell me these things. But, so Centipedal, oh my god. And then we got to see Centipedal, and she talked. I just wanted her to say Steven's name, which didn't happen. And then I was still freaking out. And then she was like, back to Centipedal. And I was like, this is the most tragic, horrible thing to ever happen. It was a really good episode. It was really kind of funny. Like, Blue and Yellow just like, oh, we're just chilling, hanging out. Yellow is the grumpiest person ever, and I love her. And then everyone's like, Blue, please stop crying. So that's great. I'm glad that that's a thing now. And Legs... It's Legs.
Yeah, Legs.
It's Legs. And which Ty has been screaming about
for how about
the past week and a half.
White Diamond, Delaney?
Okay. So I was like this. Okay, until literally today, before I watched this episode, I was like, okay, maybe White Diamond isn't a fusion because we need White Diamond to White Diamond has to be the new big bad. And I hadn't seen her eyes. I didn't know. Mm. And then I'm watching the episode, and it all turns into this scary, Cuphead episode of, it's all black and white. And then it's she's this terrifying, it's White Diamond is literally, this is kind of really cool, the whole they're made of light thing, and then there's White Diamond, and, she's, you're like, okay, cool, whatever, Pearl, you're made of light, sure, you made that up. And then you're like, no, White Diamond's literally made of light, and she's terrifying, and she looks like a really creepy, 1940s black and white cartoon. And then so White Diamond's obviously a super creepy mom, and she's like, go to your room. And so I'm excited, and I'm also terrified.
Excited and terrified. Okay.
So but it was really cool, and the visuals were super cool.
Yes. Okay, nice. Good stuff.
Also, Connie's on Homeworld!
Connie is on Homeworld. We will talk about that for sure. Yeah. But Delaney was very in on the white is the fusion of the other diamonds, which seems to be dead, but we'll talk about a different fusion theory later. So we'll see. Sam, what are your thoughts?
They make a better White Diamond and they just fight her.
Interesting. Yeah. Second White Diamond. Sam, what are your thoughts on this episode?
I wasn't expecting it to be so literal. The title, I didn't expect it to be literally just legs going to Homeworld, but
I knew it was going to be that. I was like, that's exactly what's happening.
But anyway, I appreciated the legs. I thought they were nice.
There's a
great
butt.
Legs. The butt, yes, that's always great. I don't know why they brought everybody else to Homeworld. Why did Connie go to Homeworld? Why did Gardner go to Homeworld? Why did everybody go to Homeworld? Not everybody needs to be there. We can all just stay home and just let Steven do his thing, but whatever, we're just all gonna go to Homeworld nonetheless. Who cares? I agree that White Diamond was super duper creepy. She does really remind me of something from the 1920s, and if memory serves me right, somebody was posting about it, how the influence of her design came from this illustration from back in the day.
It's like an evil Betty Boop.
Yeah, cool, great. Whatever, it's creepy. I don't feel great about it. Is White Diamond everybody's mom?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Who knows? I mean, I get the impression that White Diamond is Pink's mom, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah,
but I don't know about
the rest of them.
I don't know about the other two. Maybe they're like kind of sisters, and they're all doing this like sister mom thing with Pink Diamond. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, but Sam's a fan of White Diamond.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see about that. Yeah. Definitely see.
She's really big.
She's really big.
Super big.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk all of the traits of White Diamond coming up soon. Alex, what do you think of this episode?
How did this fit in an 11-minute episode?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, honestly.
There was so... How do you fit Centipedal, Uncorrupting, and White Diamond in the same episode? And like it's jumping all over the place, and like somehow it didn't feel, at least to me, it didn't feel rushed. Like even though it felt like 3 different episodes at the same time. I think they gave everything its time. Like there was even a nice Bismuth Steven conversation in the middle of all of this, and like that was a really nice scene.
And Connie and her mom.
Yeah,
and her mom. And I'm like, all this happened in like 11 minutes.
Exactly. And like Yellow and Blue being motherly towards Steven throughout the episode was a very touching dynamic to see develop.
15 seconds of Blue just holding Steven.
Yeah, at the very beginning, he's like squishing her.
him.
And like in the ship, he's like, it's been so long since we've been together all in the same place. It's like just reminiscing about the old days. But like they managed to put everything together. It's like I was spoiled from the very moment that they aired the Comic-Con stuff as a moderator of the Steven Universe Reddit. So I've been stuck with these details for a while. But like seeing it all on the screen in one episode is just so strange, and yet it was so awesome to watch. Like somehow they managed to fit it all and make it feel like a real episode. As for seeing White Diamond in full, like that I think creepy is the correct word to put into her. I definitely think that this is setting her up to be a big thing, because I don't think we're going to be able to settle this in just one or 2 episodes. So I'm hyped to see whatever White Diamond actually is, if she's even a diamond. I don't know, but yeah, this episode was incredible. Maybe not as great as Reunited, but like somehow it manages to keep the momentum that this season has been gaining, the high quality that these episodes has been for like 5 in a row right now.
Yeah, it's been 30 hours, Alex, since the panel.
Yeah,
but even though it feels longer.
Yeah, a while. One day.
Yeah, a while. It's been like 2 weeks.
I've read maybe 1,000 posts about this. Yes. It feels like an eon. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I was following the tweets from the panel. Would have been nice to experience this episode unspoiled. But they had to air it at Comic-Con. I guess I'm really not a fan of that. But at least we got it in the app very soon.
Here's a 3-minute clip, and it's like, listen, do we have to do this?
We did get the episode though.
That has happened for like decades. People just airing episodes at Comic-Con before airing them.
Yeah, let's get rid of that practice. We hate it.
So, Dylan, you shouldn't be surprised. We went through it.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a while since Steven Universe has done this, so it was a little bit surprising to get the full episode, but we got it in the app. It's very exciting. This it's a good point that Alex brings up, so that this continues the momentum. Even though Reunited was like the climax of the season, it was like the finale. Even though we're still in season 5, this episode does a great job of like, it's still big, and I mean, we get one of the biggest moments of Steven Universe to date. I keep saying that several podcasts in a row. Like the past 5, 6, 7 episodes of the show have been the absolute biggest episodes in the history of the show. And this is a huge moment, meeting White Diamond, interacting with Blue and Yellow, just in general, the leg ship. There's just a lot of really huge stuff, especially the White Diamond stuff at the end, which I'm such a fan of. It's just so intriguing watching the end of this episode. I have so many like thoughts and theories after seeing White Diamond here. I'm so glad we have like a break before any more episodes, so we can try to figure out what's going on with her. Yeah, and I think the White Diamond segment, which is only 2 minutes of the episode at the end, it's such gorgeous like visual storytelling. Like all of my thoughts on her don't have to do with anything she said. I mean, she says some interesting things too, but it's just like how she's presented in frame, and her and her Pearl, and what we saw of Homeworld.
Well, the fact that they managed to animate something that's literally just black and white, and there's so much light in it.
Yeah, it is some really impressive animation.
It's kind of like when they do, I think they've done it in Steven Universe before, where it's like, you do like the really shocking like anime black and white, like, it's just for a second, or like it's literally like the last 2 minutes of the episode are just that, and the lines are so thin, but like they're kind of blur. It's so good. Like it's like incredible how they did that. Like I'm gonna be. I mean, we're probably gonna throw up later. Like if we get a whole episode of it, I'm probably gonna get motion sick. But like it's so cool.
Yeah, in that scene in White Diamond's whatever house,
whatever it
ship,
is. Her
ship,
house.
statue, unclear. Yeah, it is everything is black and white except for Steven. And yet it is still it is still like really luminous, and
that's the aesthetic.
It is that's the new aesthetic, TM.
That's
Yeah.
the aesthetic.
And when we see White Diamond for the first time, we like pan up like a long time and until we get to her head. It's great scaling too on how just ginormous she is. There's a just very distinctive face with like the eyelashes and the lips and like, boy, this is a very eager to talk about, White Diamond to start with here. But I want to get into that right away because, as we maybe learned from the podcast leaks a while ago. And by the way, podcast leaks are completely caught up now. No more spoilers like that. There's still some minor spoilers for potentially next episode, but we'll see. We saw that like, Steven's interacting with Blue and Yellow and they're like cordial. I mean, I'm still not convinced that Blue and Yellow are like allies now, but it's like, maybe White Diamond is the big bad now. Now the hype has been building.
Well, I think Blue is like, oh my God, Pink, and just cries like she's good. Like she's fine. Yellow is like,
seems good. Seems good for now. We'll come back to that. But like, big bad White Diamond hype has been building so much. And like, we're like, okay, maybe season 6, like maybe like mid season. No, White Diamond is
right
here now.
Here's White Diamond.
I'm just kind of shocked on that to start with. Like we're just laying it all out on the table
like,
here.
We knew White Diamond was a thing, but like they never talk about her, and they're like, oh yeah, let's just name drop White Diamond like 6 times in this episode. I'm like, oh look, here she is.
It's kind of shocking that we get the name White Diamond and see her in the same episode.
Like we're like, we know she's a thing. Like we know, like, you know, fusion or person or whatever. Because we're like it's just everywhere in the show. And like, it's really like, it's kind of one of the beautiful things about Steven Universe. Like we're always, you know, trying to predict things and, you know, the mysteries of all, you know, how many mysteries we've solved in the past 5 episodes. Like, you know, we get Pink Diamond, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna name drop White Diamond. We knew you knew, but like, here it is. And then, oh, by the way, here she's super scary. Look at her. And it's like, what?
Yeah,
and the way they describe her at first too, like it lets you totally buy why they've avoided talking about her for so long. Like Pearl with the explanation, like she's not even like the diamonds. Like she is totally understandable. So like the reason the show has been avoiding talking about White Diamond for so long, the Gems do a good job of like portraying White Diamond in this episode as very creepy and just like, no, don't speak her name. And then by the end of the episode, we get it after hearing all the stuff about her, all in this one little chunk.
Right. So first of all, this is the first time we've ever heard White Diamond's name. We'd never said White Diamond. We didn't even know that White Diamond necessarily existed before. Now we assumed because she's in the symbol.
We assumed. We had no idea. But then they were like, oh yeah, White Diamond. And we're like, really? You're just going to name drop her
right and the show knows that's a big moment, and we get the dun dun dun, like that was one of the weirdest things Steven Universe has ever done, honestly. Like I don't know if they've ever done such a like straightforward like a bang 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 dramatic moment like that. But yeah, like we were under the impression White Diamond was called someone else, because we were like, oh, why are they hiding it for so long? She must be called something. No, she's called White Diamond, and I guess they just hid it for so long just because she's not in the show until now. And yeah, as Alex said, maybe it's like she's just such a terrifying figure.
She's the last boss. You got to get through like Yellow and Blue, and then like then you get to White Diamond.
Right. I mean, we'll see if she's the big bad coming up. But also, I think another element of like why we even mentioned her is because she's just stuck on Homeworld. Like she just doesn't move, and she's not like necessarily present in these happenings. So I think that's a good touch as well. And it convinces me that we haven't mentioned her up until now. I think there's some dissonance in the description of White Diamond from Blue and Yellow and Pearl, and the portrayal.
They make her sound like she's like really angry.
Yes. And then she's not and if she is, she's angry under the surface because she's very much,
which makes her even like more terrifying.
It makes it more terrifying, but works. But like Blue and Yellow are like, stay here, let me deal with this, and we'll get you later. But Steven goes to her, and she's like, oh, Pink, did you have your fun? Okay, go to your room. Like, but she's like, okay, whatever. She's treating her like her child, and is more like just like exasperated with her, and it's not seething with anger or anything. It's definitely intentionally different from the buildup we got from Blue and Yellow earlier.
Also, the fact she was like, Pink is only required, and just snatches Steven.
Yeah,
it's like, bye. Also,
Yeah.
I've been saying all along that Pink is so much smaller than them, and she's like a child.
Right. Yeah. I mean, now all of them are smaller than White. White is
Well, yeah, White is literally
hulking,
like
yeah.
statue sized.
Right. So let's get into this various aspects of White Diamond. She's giant.
She's big.
She says hello, Starlight, to Stephen.
Aw.
Which is like incredible.
What do you think of that, Starlight?
It's
Is it-
magical. Also,
It's cute.
Pink Diamond is obviously her kid. Also, like, duh, they are Starlight. That's literally what they are.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like,
Aren't we all
it's literally what
Starlight
they
in
are.
the end?
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, we
like-
all have stardust in us.
Like, they were writing that, and we're like, oh, we're so funny. Like, they literally, they're like, huh.
Yeah, felt very David Bowie-esque, I guess, to me with the
Yeah,
I
Starlight.
liked it. It was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, she says, you certainly gave everyone a scare. They're just thrilled to see you safe and sound. We'll get back to that. The
It's
rally
been
on
thousands
Homeworld.
of years. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
To be fair, they said she hasn't left Homeworld in eons.
Yes.
So, like, she's probably like, oh, that was like yesterday, right?
Yeah, to her, it might not seem like a long time. She says, as for this latest little game of yours, thank the stars it's over. Did you have fun? Did you get everything out of your system? Good. Everyone is so relieved. Welcome home, Pink. So, like, yeah, did you get everything out of your system? Very much treats her just like a petulant child. And dismisses this whole rebellion and all of the happenings on Earth as just this.
If she's gonna just kind of like either just leave Steven there or maybe even try to give Steven a colony.
Yeah, and we'll
And then
speculate on
Steven,
how
like,
she's going to
loses
react.
His mind.
Because we end the episode with Steven in Pink's room.
Right.
That's probably what it is.
That's what
Is he trapped there? What's happening now? But anyway, back to White Diamond. So, she's this, giant, luminous, like, figure. I think that's one of the biggest, most striking traits about her is that she's, like, glowing. And she's glowing, like, in this, like, black and white frame. Like her, you don't even see any part of her head and hair besides her eyes, eyebrows, nose, and lips. Like, it's all just, one glowing, like a diamond, like how all their hair looks.
Her high heels are very defined, though.
Her high heels are like intense.
Yeah, she has, we spend, sparkling
They're beautiful.
moments on them. And one thing I want to note is that she does not move. She just talks. Oh, the only things that move are her lips and eyes blinking.
Oh my god.
But like,
Is she the Wizard of Oz?
Maybe.
And also, White Pearl does not move outside of her lips and eyes. White Pearl
Oh my god.
keeps this pose with like her arms above her head, and she like moves, but she's not walking. She's just like moving laterally on the screen.
Well, I think it's kind of like, this is interesting because like, you know, this is kind of like, I think this will be like kind of like Steven's like greatest ordeal because like she is like literally representing what the diamonds are because they're not people. They're made of light and they're these otherworldly alien creatures. And that's kind of what this is. Like, yeah, they kind of look human, but they don't. And it creeps you out and they don't move right because they're not right. So it's kind of what's going to be interesting. And like what you're saying, like they're not like blue and yellow and they're going to be like, okay, she's a freak, just ignore her. But like I think it's gonna be really interesting because like she's just didn't even let Steven talk and like she's not gonna listen. Like she's like, whatever.
Yeah, we also get this, as mentioned, this characterization of her from Pearl earlier. It's not like us or even them. You have no idea what she's capable of. She hasn't left Homeworld in eons. And then in Blue and Yellow talking about her, they expect White can be difficult. They expect her to be very angry with them. And then there she is not moving. She comes across very statuesque to me. Like, you get it's not even clear that she's a thing. We just spend several moments on her feet and like she's not moving. Like she very much seems like this statue.
Well, I think she might be the statue. Like I think there's a chance that like she is like that.
Right, we previously saw the white thing on Homeworld, the white diamond-shaped thing, and we thought, oh, is that white diamond? But we go inside that, and then there is the white diamond that we're
right, but there's also
with.
this, like, I think what they're going for kind of is, like, and we'll see more, obviously, but, like, you know, so Peridot and Lapis, you know, they got poofed, and now they're trying to, like, get out and reform, but, like, she is literally light. Like, I think, like, they're kind of going for, like, this is what the gems can be if they're not kind of, like, grounded in that kind of sense of, like, being an individual. Because, like, you know, they're like, we walk around, we act like we're people. And then there's, like, White Diamond's like, nah.
Yeah, as Pearl says, she's not like anyone else.
I'm just straight up light.
Right.
Which would make sense if she did create the diamonds, that if she's pure light, that would make sense. Because they are beings of light.
She's definitely glowing a lot.
Super glowy. The most glowy.
And the thing I'd like to point out is, like, we talk about her having eyes and lips and things like that, but, like, her eyes, are we even sure they're seeing Steven? Because, like, she seems to feel Pink's presence. She mentions presence several times, but, like, every other time a gem has seen Steven, they usually express disgust at his form, or, like, why are you like this? But White is just accepting.
She's just seeing the aura, like they were talking about when Steven was, like, touching them, like, in the little whatever the heck he was.
Yeah, so, like, really, this figure, White Diamond, like, doesn't even have the same senses that we're used to with other beings or even other gems, really.
Right. I want to keep in mind as we're getting deeper into this that most of what we're saying is speculation.
Yes.
She doesn't comment on Steven looking like Steven, is what Alex is saying. She just treats him like Pink Diamond and says nothing else about it.
Well, and she doesn't have, like, pupils. Like, it kind of seems like I've taken this form and I look like a woman, but I'm not trying to look like a person, which is part of why it looks really creepy and we're, like, really weirded out by it. So I think that's probably what it's going on.
Yeah, she's something that looks like pupils to us. It's very faint. And I could buy that she's not even seeing Steven. One thing to point out is that she knows that Pink was coming home, and she organized this rally of all the gems in there, and she like knew right away. She sends it. She says she sends her pearl over. She says she just wants Pink. So she's aware somehow that Pink is back on Homeworld, and it's possible that she sensed Steven there, or that she just sees everything. Is she omniscient? Does she see everything that's going on Earth? Does she have her own orbs, like in the moon, of every single planet, every single colony? I think that's on the table. Or does she just get everything fed into her head? I don't think she moves. That's one of my biggest things.
I don't think so.
I think she's just stuck there like that. And then that, like, begs the question, why? Why is she just standing there? Why hasn't she left in eons? What triggered her in not leaving? I guess one of my big theories with that White, and this is why this episode's so exciting. It's like all these new theories, like, and so we have, like, we've been in the answering
we saw
theory
Pink
mode.
Diamond, but here we are.
Yeah, we were answering all the Pink theories, and now here's the new White theories. I believe that she is Homeworld. I believe that she is powering all of Homeworld, and that Homeworld only exists because she is standing there like that, basically.
Well, it would make sense that maybe, like, the reason they have to keep making gems is, like, she needs resources to, like, stay alive.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because that would make kind of like Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, kind of like, we have to, like, because the thing is, like, she hasn't left, and, like, Homeworld's, like, busted. There's, like, nothing there. And it looks like it would make sense if she's, like, literally holding it together, and then everybody else is like, we gotta get all this stuff. And they're like, we don't really know what we're doing. We just do what we're told. And it's like, she's, like, eating the universe or something ridiculous.
Yeah, she comes across very godlike, so I think that comparison to Guardians makes sense. It's one of the big things is, like, what's the power source?
And they're a world-eating...
Right, that's the impression we've gotten from them, is that they just colonize these planets,
and destroy
the gems, and destroy it in order to make new gems or whatever they're doing it for. Like, are we doing this all in service of White? I think White is basically power. That's the impression I get from this episode. I feel like this is what the episode wants you to think. Like, she's luminous, she's powering everything. That's my main takeaway, I think, from this. What do you think of that, Alex? White either powering Homeworld or is Homeworld?
I can buy the power source thing. It's interesting. We do get a look at what Homeworld looks like from afar. It kind of looks like the hollowed out planet plan that we saw with Peridot way back when she was showing us the plans for Earth becoming a Homeworld colony. So, like, it looked very similar to that. This whatever the Homeworld is on has also already been kind of hollowed out too. So, but I wonder if that's just, like, what a finished colony is supposed to look like, or if, like you say, White Diamond is specially keeping that alive, as opposed to Earth maybe would have been like that for a little bit before it ran out. Like that I think both sides can work, but I don't. The Earth looking very similar in that depiction, looking very similar to what Homeworld looks like here, it kind of just lets me think, like, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's a great point about looking like the plans for a finished Earth. It gives you the, and we're talking about the wide shot of Homeworld where it's split in two and has rings surrounding it. For me, very reminiscent of Dibazol from Voltron.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in like a broken, previously like powerful Homeworld planet. A lot of comparisons between Galra and the gems, but it's a great point that it looks like the finished Earth, leaving you the impression that they already salvaged whatever they can get from gems from Homeworld. Like they already like got all the Homeworld gems off, and now that's why they need new planets in order to grow new gems. And that's just what happens to a planet when they extract all of the resources in order to make new gems. It's like, I don't know, like, why are they still there if it's so done? Like, is it because she's there? Is she powering it? Does she need a power wherever they are? Can she leave? I don't know. Like, what triggered her not being able to leave? My impression is that now that new gems are being made, that's why she has to stay. But maybe before any new gems except for blue and yellow existed, she wasn't like that. Maybe she's just like powering all gems. Like, as gems don't have a power source and yet they're a machine, how are they able to be this renewable source of energy? Like, what is powering them? Maybe white from Homeworld is powering every single gem in existence. I think that's on the table too.
And this does somewhat relate to the white pearl theory, right? That like white pearl isn't actually a pearl because she's like able to phase through the wall and stuff. So like, is white pearl a projection of white diamond in this situation as well? And like, if that's a possibility, then you could theoretically stretch that out to other gems somehow also being projections.
Yeah, let's get back to White Pearl in a second. Sam, what are you buying and selling regarding White Diamond?
I think she's just embezzling like power from Homeworld. You know how we're talking about, oh, like that's supposed to be what a finished colony looks like, blah blah blah. I feel like White Diamond just took the lion's share of that for herself, and that's why she can't leave, because she's just like a tree embedded in Homeworld, just sucking up all the nutrients.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
As for I guess like other gems and White Diamond, I don't know. I think like maybe the point of all of that is just, spread the good news about the gems, the diamonds, etc. I don't know, like, once you conquer everything in known existence, like, what's the point of anything?
Yeah, that's a big question now that we're talking about it. Like, why do they keep making new gems? I think it might be to power her, right? Like, that's possible. Like, maybe this is all in service of keeping White Diamond alive. If she is the proto gem, which is another big thing. Like, did she make the other diamonds? Did she make all gems?
Is she God?
She comes across very godlike, like,
or what if someone created her?
Or did someone create her? Which,
does she need to feed?
That's Dylan's favorite theory.
Yes, that's my new number one question in this new era of Steven Universe. Is now that we've seen White Diamond, the thing shifts to like, who is she and why does she exist? I think that's what everything shifts to here. And, yeah, it should be noted she also looks kind of humanoid, and my question has always been, why do the gems look humanoid? If
alternate Earth theory, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know of anyone who could have made her except for humans. Maybe like I saw in our talk on our Discord, maybe like she made humans before, and like that was a failed gem attempt at first or something. I don't know. Like all these crazy stuff is in play. I think humans should tie in somehow. But yeah, let's talk about White Pearl. This relates very heavily. White Pearl, it comes in this ball. She's also black and white, no color on her, and she like I said, she doesn't like step. She just moves like horizontally. She only wants to bring Steve in. She's able to phase through walls. She has half of her face looks cracked to us.
Yes.
That's one of the most striking things, because everything else kind of fits with White Diamond. The phasing through walls, it's like, okay, what is she like? Is she would White be able to do that if she could move? But yeah, why is her face cracked?
Well, I saw some theories that that she was originally Pink's pearl, and like she got broken, something happened. And I think like she was like almost shattered. Like I think that's kind of the only logical explanation for it, is that she's like that's the only way to explain like the fact that like she looks kind of messed up, because they're made of light and like they can change their form whenever they want, and yet she's like wrong. So I think that's what it is. Like I think she was kind of almost shattered, and so it's like she just has to be that way. And so I was seeing like saw stuff that like, oh, you know, she was originally Pink's and then Pearl was White's and they switched them.
Yep, that could be interesting.
Which explains the gem placement.
Actually, another thing the show has done in the past is cracked gems, right? Where like if the gem is cracked, then some of their features start going way off. So like it could also be a weird situation where she's cracked, but White Diamond is somehow keeping her in that state rather than healing her. Like,
why isn't she healed?
Yeah, we could get into some weird stuff with Pearl.
Should be noted about gem placement, so we can put this to bed for all. At the Comic-Con panel, they talked to how they decide gem placement on new gems, and it's just a characteristic of their personality. It's not related to their cast leader gem. So like we can bury that in terms of the discussion. She doesn't seem like, my impression is that she's like older than all the other Pearls. Like that would be why I wouldn't think that she's made
Pearl.
right. Like that would be why I don't think she's like made for Pink. Like she like they seem like deferential of her. Like she's like, why is she black and white like White is? Like she almost seems like a part of White, like as we've talked about before. But yeah, she's very striking. She has the same voice as White Diamond, which by the way is Christine Ebersol, another Broadway star. So we can expect White to be singing at some point.
Yes.
When will that happen?
It's gonna be so creepy though, JK. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, well, creepy.
You know, that's like the third sentence in this woman's Wikipedia page now. That she voices White Diamond and White Pearl.
No, I mean, got changed today, but yes. Sam, what do you think of White Pearl?
She's creepy, and I don't like her.
Don't like her? Fan. Aren't you a fan of all Pearls?
I'm a fan of our Pearl. I'm still really angry that it doesn't seem like Blue and Yellow remember Pearl when they should. Anyway.
Yeah, they seem to not care about her.
Yeah, I like our Pearl and I like Blue Pearl, but I don't like the other Pearls.
Oh, shots fired at Yellow Pearl.
Yellow Pearl's I don't like Yellow Pearl. She looks too much like, I don't know, like a onion of some sort.
Onion. Nope. Don't bring up Onion on the White Diamond.
Onion is White Diamond, guys.
Yeah, but
her design looks like an onion.
Should be noted, White Pearl's holding the same pose as White Diamond. Is they both have their hands up in kind of like a meditative pose. Is how I describe it.
They look like creepy little puppets.
Like palms face up at like shoulder length. They both are holding. I mean, it's hard to see White Diamond's. We don't see her hands, I guess, because she's off screen. She's just so big. But I guess that's my take on what her pose she's probably striking with her hands. Alex, do you think she's just part of White Diamond?
I think that's a solid explanation. The phasing through the walls really got me like, okay, this isn't the normal gem thing to do. Like, so, and given that White Diamond is portrayed as the ultimate projection of light, so like it makes sense that maybe she has ultra light powers compared to the other gems.
Yeah. What do we think of the statue that, or like the place that White Diamond is in? A lot of people think this is her ship.
Her house.
So we see the leg ship here, which completes kind of the theory that all the diamond ships form together because
we're gonna get Super Mega Voltron. So Ty and I talked about
so they're Voltron,
like it's a torso and a head.
Right. So you have the head and torso is the white thing that they enter. Then you have the two arms, and the pink completes it with the butt and the legs today.
Wow. We're gonna have Voltron, and I'm gonna have to leave forever.
Yeah, is it a good thing if the show becomes Voltron? No.
Also, like, to what end? What is the purpose of like?
Yeah, what's a good point?
Make any sense?
Why do their ships form to combine? What's the well? Okay, so let me give you
so they could have a fun family outing together, conquering planets.
Like, it's so weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
the thing was, though, I completely accepted the arm ships. Like, I was like back in the day, like you're like crap, whatever, jailbreak, and you're like, oh, cool, it's an arm, that's fine. And then I'm just like, that's cool. And then now I'm just like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, well, they combine together, so that's why they're arms. But like, why? Okay, so here's a line from earlier in the episode. The Blue or Yellow says, "We can only do so much. If it was the four of us." Regarding healing centipedal, uncorrupting centipedal. If it was the four of us, I can give you two explanations for what this line means. One, we need White Diamond as like the fourth key to heal. Like they all three try healing and it's not enough. So what if White Diamond also healed? Then maybe that'd be enough. But if it's the four of us, what if the four of us combine to form the ultimate diamond. Like maybe that's
oh my god.
But like, okay, they can fuse. That's totally cool.
Right.
I'm about it. But like, why do we need a giant ship?
Yeah,
Doesn't make any sense.
Would the ultimate diamond fit in the ship?
Or is
Probably.
the diamond? Does the diamond like? Do they like fuse and combine with the ship somehow?
Yes. The ultimate diamond is the ships together.
Right. Like I think that has to play into it somehow.
Part of the ship. I'm not about it.
Like maybe the ships are like part of them as diamonds. Maybe the White Pearl is part of White Diamond. Maybe her house, her ship is also part of her, and like that's an integral part to their ultimate diamond fusion. I feel like that, to me, that's what that line implied from earlier in the episode. The four of us, like, if they formed one big diamond, then they could heal the corrupted gems. And that's remember, that's Steven's purpose for coming to Homeworld from earlier in the episode.
It's the only thing he wants. Like, that's it for Steven.
Or another thing I'm just, like, this conversation is just bringing up, like, what if they're able to heal things, what if they're able to, like, heal planets? So, like, they suck up a planet's resources.
Oh my god, it's going to become
but then all together they heal the planet back so they can continue to suck it up. And that's how it would be a renewable source of energy. But something happened that White Diamond no longer feels like continuing that cycle.
Or it never occurred to them.
Yeah, it's like, why aren't they doing it right now? Yeah, because Homeworld seems like it could use that treatment, and other colonies that they have made use of already.
Well, I wonder if Pink wasn't around that long.
Well, that's one thing to keep in mind. Pink is newer than the other one, so like if Pink is an integral part of this ultimate diamond fusion, like that didn't always exist.
Right?
So
Yeah.
Why?
Like it makes sense that if White is like the if she's like Gem God, then it would make sense. Like, you know, you make one, like she made them in like for whatever purpose that she wanted them to serve.
Yeah, it's if the ships combine, then that wasn't a thing until later, I guess. They had to have made the ships once Pink existed. Did Pink not exist until they thought of going off of Homeworld? Because isn't that the ship's purpose? But that doesn't really fit with our image of Pink like getting a colony when they've had other colonies before. Okay, well, yeah, we'll keep all this in mind. Let's, we talked about the outer image of Homeworld. We also see this rally on Homeworld with all the different, they form the diamond symbol and all the gems are there, and seemingly White coordinates this for the homecoming of Pink. And, we see a different type of gems. We see aquamarines, and probably some gems we don't know about yet, kind of like a vague shot that cuts off a lot of them. But yeah, that was kind of striking seeing all the gems in formation like that.
It was
some
like
taller paradots.
Yeah, potential, paradots there. Well, why can't we see everyone in the crowd? Come on. I need to see more gems. Speaking of which, by the way, Nephrite is new centipede, and we also heard about, Nephrite's, leader, Hysenite.
Yes.
Which I think is in the video game.
Sure.
I guess so. But yeah, Nephrite confirmed for what Centipedal is. Yeah, more gems. Who are all the people on Homeworld? But yeah, that was the really striking image of Homeworld, all of them coordinated like that, and seeing the external shot. They also get there pretty quick in the ship. Doesn't seem like they're there that long, although like, Connie and Amethyst
Connie
were
fell
sleeping.
asleep, yeah.
Could have been just a nap. Could have been a quick nap, but maybe it was all night too. Yeah, why is Connie here? That's a big question.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's because like Steven left her last time, and like Connie's like her team.
Oh yeah, we did go through that whole Connie angst arc where Connie
that did happen.
Yeah. Why didn't we say that then? I don't know.
Because it was 11 minutes, and Connie had to have a talk with her mom.
Yeah, because we forget that was actually part of this season, but it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been like over a year.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe what's the in-universe explanation? What's the, like, meta explanation for Connie being there? I mean...
She just wants to go!
This is a diplomatic mission, so she thinks she can help.
That's to her parents. Yeah, I mean, I think that...
She's Steven's knight.
Right, I'm not buying any of that. I think probably Stovall is coming soon. Okay. I feel like that's a reason to have Connie there. Also, you know, in terms of Connie as White Diamond, that theory's dead, except Connie was not seen in the same place as White Diamond.
Oh my god, shut up.
Okay.
Also,
we had that stupid theory.
Well, we have been reminded that Connie is immune to diamond powers because, once again, she's not crying when everyone else is with the diamond. So Connie is more powerful in certain ways. Than
she can break Steven out. Remember, like if there's like, so you remember in Jailbreak, so Steven can like beat their stuff, but if they're in White Diamond's is his like grandmother or whatever, then there's probably like diamond wards, and he's like, crap. But then Connie's like, I'm a human. I'm just gonna walk through here and get you.
Yeah, it's possible. That's a good point.
Lars shows up out of nowhere to help too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what are we doing with Lars? But yeah, it's possible Steven is trapped in his room as a diamond, but Connie can just come in and easily. Yeah, that seems like a thing.
Connie's universe.
Connie's
Yes.
yeah. So we'll see what Connie's. I
New
don't know
show.
why. Not clear why Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst are there either, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would. Why would Garnet want to go? Because she's a fusion, and they might not. Be
Yeah, no
happy.
comments on. Yeah, I guess Blue and Yellow were playing nice. Let's talk about
Yeah.
that because Blue and Yellow seem like allies on this episode. They seem very cooperative. They're trying to uncorrupt Centipedal. There's one moment when Yellow's just kind of like pissed it and then at Steven for wanting to do this, and Blue's like she's been punished enough. Like but
Well,
yeah,
they're like, oh my god, we thought you were dead. I guess we'll be nice to you for like 10 minutes.
right. Are we buying that this is a permanent arrangement?
I think Blue, yes. Yellow, no. Yellow is too grumpy to deal with this nonsense.
It's interesting.
I think the show has done enough to show that Yellow has a connection to Pink Diamond underneath all the grumpiness. Like that will be all kind
So
of
grumpy.
is still puts. Yes, she's very grumpy, but I do think that there is a love in there that she still has, even if she's still skeptical about Steven being in this form. Like she also has the line right, like I think your memories are somewhere in there still. So like she's is still holding out hope. I think that the actual Pink Diamond shows up again. I think that's what's motivating her. But I think Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond are kind of focused on Steven, and they're just with the other people around Steven. They're just like, who cares?
Right, which is
And
what's
they're kind of
happening.
united. Like I think they're gonna be like a united front against White Diamond because White Diamond seems to be so other.
Yeah, unclear how they view White Diamond. We know they're scared of her, but would they be completely differential to her? Will they defend Pink against her? Like when Steven inevitably tries to like
Do whatever.
evade her orders, like whose side are they going to be on here? Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, it's very striking that they are on the cooperating with the crystal gems, and then that's not even like the focal point of the episode. Like we move on very quickly from that. And we're gonna stabilize at some point. Like we keep moving forward here, but as we get into a new season in season 6, like what's our new status quo?
I think we're rushing
gonna be?
to the movie.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the movie plays into things. Probably that takes place after season 5, but or if it's in the canon at all.
Right.
But is season 6 on Homeworld? Is the like okay? We can movie / season 6. Like, are we
Yes.
staying on Homeworld for a while?
Yes.
This is what I wanted 2 years ago. Like, are we doing
I
it
know.
now?
What about Connie going to school?
It's not important on this
What
show.
about
I
Steven
care.
going to school?
Steven
Even
never
ever
goes
go
to
to school? No.
Not important.
Steven has like no nothing. Steven doesn't have anything. He's not like this is the thing.
Can Steven do math? Probably not.
No, I think we covered this in Mr. Greg a little bit, but yeah. Well, I wonder how long we're staying here. Probably at least next episode, and then that's the end of the season, we think, and then who knows? It could be a while. So
God, what horrible thing are they going to do?
yeah, I would love to stay on Homeworld for a long time, meet a ton of more
Me too.
gems. The Lars and the off-colors can interact on Homeworld now.
All-colors get to Earth. What the heck?
Yeah, then like where did everyone go? Yeah, that could happen.
And then Lars and Lion like touch, and something ridiculous happens.
Lars
They
and
create
Lion.
like a pocket universe.
Yeah, or something.
and then they're gone forever, right?
Yep.
Well, why'd we leave Lion on Earth? That was unfair.
That was stupid. That was a stupid decision. Lion is so useful.
Yeah,
he
Lion.
could breathe in the
Lion could-
atmosphere on
Yeah.
Homeworld.
No. You see, Lion needs to stay so when Lapis and Peridot reform, they can go through Lion to join them on Homeworld, and Lapis and Peridot can kick butt together.
That means
Um,
Lars has to be there.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
if
he
Lars comes to Homeworld, then we have a portal to Earth. Yeah. But yeah, we've Steven piloting the ship by like running as
It's
the
so
legs.
funny.
Steven says, "I bet when Mom took off, it was pretty graceful." And Pearl's like, "No, not really."
That
Like,
was so good. I was like, this is the best, and also like gay.
very, very gay. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was very good.
Pearl, that was Pearl's gay voice. You know, whenever
That
she's
was
talking
like,
about
yeah,
Rose.
whenever she gets that tender voice.
Yeah.
And like it
Tender's another
drops
one.
like an octave. It's like gay.
Yeah, it's very good.
Steven's like, we should bring a gift for White Diamond, because,
Steven, you're
yeah.
so cute.
yeah, because, yeah, and reminding us that we're trying to get White to uncorrupt all the gems on
Or
Earth.
bring
which
her
is-
like a tribute? Like,
yeah,
What do you bring her? Like what?
damn,
What
what
do
is
you-
this? Like Macbeth?
What do you bring the diamond who has everything except doesn't move and is made of light? I don't know.
Who knows?
But
Bring her like a lava
an
lamp. She'd
umbrella?
probably like it.
lava lamp.
Yeah, she's like a lava lamp. Probably it's light and also.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
she'd like turn into a lava lamp. I buy it. I
Yeah.
agree.
No, don't buy that. But yeah, I think the corrupted gems thing is important to keep in mind because we're tying in this other. We don't have a ton of like unresolved themes, and this is definitely one of the big ones left. But yeah, also Yellow's like last 6,000 years have been the biggest galactic embarrassment that's ever happened, and we're the ones to blame. So I think she's kind of like afraid of like this being put upon them from White. Like maybe they're delegated this. Like what is White's role? Is she overseeing everything? Is she delegating stuff to?
Or
to
she's
Blue
just
and
kind of
Yellow?
there, and they're like, "We're gonna do our thing," and White Diamond's gonna be over there and be weird.
Yeah. What does she do?
Yeah, what's your job? What do you do?
Yeah.
Well, what does God do, really?
What are you for?
Right. I
Thanks,
mean, is
Sam.
she? What does God do?
What
really?
does
Yeah.
God
She
do?
comes
Thank
across
you.
very godlike. Yeah. Back to this prepping to leave for Homeworld scene. Yeah. Connie saying goodbye to her parents with Pearl. Pearl's like, "I'll take good care of her." It's
Like,
very,
Pearl, I don't-
very. This is a very weird thing. Connie talking to her parents in this episode.
And then Pearl's like her other mom. Like, what the heck?
yeah.
And Pearl is like, they have an atmosphere. She can
Yeah.
breathe. It's
No,
Right.
it's
great.
literally like, this is literally what happens when you're like 11 and you're like, I'm gonna go to my friend's house, and the parents have to meet and like have that conversation, and then they're like, cool, you can go to their house.
Yeah, but previously Garnet served this role with Connie's parents. So
Well,
back
Pearl
in season one.
is.
But Pearl is
I don't know.
the sworn to the sword, Connie's new mentor, yeah. Let's talk about this atmosphere line briefly. This is a weird line to exist in the episode, pointing out that Homeworld has an atmosphere. One, why does Homeworld have an atmosphere?
Alternate Earth theory.
Gems don't need an atmosphere to breathe.
They don't need to breathe.
They don't breathe. So why is, like, Steven, we know that Steven can survive on Homeworld, but can Steven survive in space, or did he bubble and bubbled?
He bubbled
in order to breathe. So we already knew that Steven could
because
survive
he was like,
on Homeworld.
"Woo!"
But it could have been like diamond powers. So this maybe explains why Connie can breathe on Homeworld. But we already knew that Steven could. It seems like a weird thing to bring up. Why is
Also,
there an
Lars
atmosphere?
could breathe the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lars could
that's
breathe too.
true.
That's a good point. Okay, Lars also. So we already knew that humans could breathe on Homeworlds because of Connie. So why say it? Why does it even exist in the first place? Why is there an atmosphere on Homeworld? Why bring it up in this episode? I think it's foreshadowing, basically. I think this is going to be relevant later. There must be, it has to be humans in play with gems. Like, this is maybe my biggest evidence to date that humans are involved in the creation of gems or vice versa. Like, there's an atmosphere on Homeworld, like, and we're pointing this out. This is an interesting thing, but we'll table that mostly for now. Amethyst is excited to see Famethus on Homeworld.
Famethus.
Yeah,
We've
Famethus.
not seen them yet.
Into
And
it.
Steven says goodbye to Greg. And
Why didn't Greg come?
Greg could, if Steven came, Greg could come. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
if
know
we're
why.
bringing everybody, why couldn't Greg come? I guess somebody has to look after.
Well, okay, Greg. To
Cat
be fair,
Steven.
Greg was at the zoo and he's probably like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's the.
Greg's like, I need to go take a nap.
No,
I'm over it.
Also, he just witnessed the diamond fight. He was trying to hide in the house. The house got destroyed, and
Yeah.
he had to run out of a flaming fire. So, like,
He's traumatized. Also,
yeah.
he has to
Rebuild
water
the
Garnet's
house.
cat.
Yeah, water Cat Steven.
Yeah, Garnet says ask Red to water this.
That
this
was
Cat
so
Steven.
funny. I was like, this is the best. Water this for me.
And just that interaction between Greg and Garnet, like, should I be worried to Garnet? And Garnet's like, Steven will be okay. But, like, that little sequence is kind of interesting just because, like, Greg being a nice dad, like, it's nice that they somehow fit a moment in here for that.
Yeah, well, I think the purpose of that line, other than being nice with Greg, is Garnet says Steven will be fine.
That means,
So-
great, we're going to kill people. I'm done.
Right. So, like, basically, Garnet's like, Steven is Pink Diamond, so Steven is protected, but maybe we're not going to be okay. Like,
Also,
we're
why
in
no?
danger here.
Like, this is bad.
Yeah, I think Garnet's into, yeah. Like, if they even care about them, like, what's stopping them from just shattering, like, the crystal gems now? Like, why wouldn't they do that? Only reason is because it would piss off Steven. But the second they don't care about that, like, who cares?
Yeah.
They don't care about Garnet, Pearl, or Amethyst. Or Connie. Oh, no. Not good.
Yeah, everybody's gonna die.
This sounds
Protect-
too rough. I'm going to have, oh God, I'm not prepared.
Protect Connie.
Protect all of them. If
Protect all
Garnet
of them.
dies, I have to stop
And
watching. I
obviously,
can't
they're
look at that.
they're not killing Garnet.
Pink
Steven-
Connie.
Pink Connie, pass. We
Pass.
keep Connie alive.
Yeah, no,
Steven's-
I thought that immediately, and when they were like, "What? When y'all were like, why is Connie there?" And I thought Pink Connie, and I was like, I can't live through that.
Is Lars gonna outlive all of his friends and family?
Thanks for making it even worse, Sam. Thank you.
Yes.
Probably.
Steven says goodbye to Lion, and Lion's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, Lion's like, cool, bye.
Yeah. We had the scene of getting the leg shipped from the desert. We already
That was really funny. He's so
we already
stupid.
talked about White Diamond before. Let's talk about the centipedal scene. We talked about it a little bit already. Trying to uncorrupt centipedal, and she takes her form for a second. And we have basically. I didn't notice this the first time watching, but she's only able to stay uncorrupted as long as they're touching her. But the second they stop touching her, she recorrupts. So it's not.
And
even
then because then they're like, "How long do you want us to like hold her together?" And they mean like literally hold her together.
Yeah, but we learn that she is Nephrite, as many speculated. She's voiced by Aparna Nancherla, who's the voice of Hollyhock on BoJack Horseman. Very exciting. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, she's great. She talks about, she seemed very pro Diamond still. She's like, oh, sorry, we didn't get out in time. Like, but you guys did it. Yay.
Well, she seems to be, she's frozen. She doesn't know what happened.
Yeah,
she's frozen at that moment. She was corrupted.
Yeah, which is what happened before Steven, I guess, jumped in. Like, we had Yellow kind of healed her form, and then it's kind of unclear the difference between Blue and Steven's healing. Like, one of them, like, maybe healed her emotionally, one of them healed her mentally. So like we had the different components, and maybe White is like the stabilizer, like, or White can like reset life. Maybe this is Miraculous Ladybug, where you need to combine the things in order to like affect life itself. Yeah. And only White Diamond can do that. But yeah, I like that as White's role in the storyline. And like, how could Steven possibly convince White to care about uncorrupting these gems? I think that's going to be interesting moving forward. And then, we had the scene in the beginning of the aftermath of Reunited, and Blue and Yellow being like happy that, Pink is live and Blue's empathy power is affecting everyone, and then everyone crying. And, Yellow's like asking Steven everything, and it's like, oh, why do you look like that? Why are you doing a voice? Which I really liked.
That was really funny.
Yeah. And, why didn't you tell us at the trial? Which is what I would ask. So I'm glad we had that in there. But yeah, very striking just seeing them happy with Steven. We'll see how long this lasts for. Okay. We've gone on a long time. Delaney, anything we didn't talk about? Any final theories or thoughts?
I think, like, for me, this is kind of like with how creepy White Diamond looks. Like, we were like, oh, this is super cute show. It's like Steven and like these stupid space gems, and like it's all cool and we just love everybody. And now we're like, here's White Diamond. Life is really weird. This could be super creepy. Steven Universe is taking a turn. Like, this is getting super dark. There's just gonna be this deep, dark underbelly, and everything's gonna be awful. And I'm kind of excited about it, and I'm also terrified. Like, I feel like we're going like straight in game, terrifying, like creepy, like White Diamond. Every time she she's gonna talk, and like I'm gonna be like, I can't handle this, and it's gonna be like, I just feel like we're going in this super dark kind of like, we're going to the origin of everything. Like, first we're like, oh, we gotta figure out Pink Diamond, all this other crap, Steven's powers. It's like, no, none of that matters. Here's White Diamond, the origin. She's literally light and like gym god, and everything's gonna get terrible, and I'm excited.
Everything's gonna get
We're
terrible.
Taking a
I'm
turn.
Excited. Yeah,
basically.
very, very exciting time for Steven Universe. Good stuff. Sam, final thoughts here.
I thought it was good, and I liked it, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
In 2020.
Yeah, in 20.
More like,
I can't wait to see in like the year 3000 what happens.
Yeah, what happens next? We'll see when we get this last step. We think there's only one more left in the season. There's some ambiguity surrounding that, but
who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows when that's gonna air?
Yeah, who knows? Alex, final thoughts.
I think Bismuth said it best when she mostly just said, look, this isn't my fight. Steven, you gotta be the lion here. And, like, this is all gonna end up being on Steven's plate. Like, the gems they're all there. They all went on the trip for some reason. Like, in the end, Steven is just gonna have to talk to White Diamond, somehow use his words to get her to listen. And weird stuff will happen. Also, the fact that we have Centipedal and White Diamond in the same episode. Like, before, in the last Centipedal episode, the corruption was described to us as a song. So I'm eagerly awaiting White Diamond's song to somehow corrupt gems.
Oh, God.
Yeah. We had this whole theory about, like, in the Centipedal episode, the song, and we still like haven't really came back to that, and how, like, that was their attack. Yeah. Okay. We'll see about that.
Yeah, but yeah, Bismuth is awesome, and somehow she's like the seventh most important thing in this episode.
Oh,
yeah, I
are
forgot.
we gonna have regular Bismuth? Oh, we're on Homeworld, but whenever we get back home, is she gonna be here all the time?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's part of the Crystal Gems now.
Yay!
And also, Lapis and Peridot are gonna reform off screen.
That's
like
sad,
that's gonna be sad.
Yeah, I forgot to talk about this Bismuth line. I had that bolted too. I didn't get to it. Yeah, Bismuth's not coming with them. She says, "You're a lion too. You got to roar at them in their language," which I really loved. Like, this is getting back to the whole like privilege Rose Quartz discussion I was harping on for endlessly. Like, Steven, like, as a like person of privilege, as a diamond, she's the only one that can affect change. Like, he's the only one that can affect change now. That's what Bithimus is saying. Like, you need to use your privilege to help us out now. So I think that's what the episode is saying. So I love that scene. Yeah.
That hashtag social commentary.
What? I mean, this whole show is social commentary, but yeah. I
basically.
think so. Yeah, and then but it was very sad to see Lapis and Peridot.
He's just like, I gotta watch him, and I was like, sad.
Yeah, very sad. Well, they need to reform at the same exact time, holding hands.
Yes,
yeah. Gonna happen. Get the fix in there. Okay, and they're like, let's go to Homeworld. And what does Yellow say? Is like, yeah, whatever or something. Yeah,
basically.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. That was a good line read. So. This was just very exciting. I'm just so much mythology things to talk about. That's my favorite state of this show is so many theories and questions. Let's talk about it all. And it's a great episode. Steven Universe is great. And I just hope that, we don't have this last episode or episodes of the season wait too long. I'd rather have it wait between seasons than wait for the finale. How about that? So we'll see whenever we get the next episode of Steven Universe. Let us know what you thought of Legs from Here to Homeworld. Comments on overlyanimated.com or on the YouTube video if you're watching there at overlyanimated.com/YouTube. You can also subscribe to not miss future Steven Universe discussions. I'm sure we'll get some more discussions in here on White Diamond. It's on the White Diamond Theory podcast. I think we had one before, White Diamond Roundtable. We'll see how accurate that was in retrospect. Our previous White Diamond discussions. Do we predict that she would just be a giant statue of light? Yeah, I don't know. Talk about it with us on our Discord, overlyanimated.com/Discord. A lot of Steven Universe discussion, obviously, this weekend. Also the movie. Yeah, we didn't speculate on that, but very excited for the Steven Universe movie as well. Probably
Will
airing
it be
on
the finale?
Unclear what role it takes in the story. We think it airs on Cartoon Network, not a movie theater movie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of not clear, but they say on Cartoon Network, so we'll see. Support us via Patreon, patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to all of our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Danny, aka Danny Phantom, and thanks as always to our patron executive producers, John, Ryan, Steve, Alex, Andy, and Hugh. Check out our other podcasts at overlyanimated.com. Alex and I did a recap of all of the San Diego Comic-Con news that happened this weekend, so if you missed anything, including the Steven Universe panel, we talked about all that there. We had a recap of the Adventure Time Minecraft episode, Diamonds and Lemons, so check that out. Mel and Beatrice just had an Anastasia retrospective go up. That's very interesting. Find out at overlyanimated.com. And we'll have a Miraculous Ladybug podcast probably tomorrow going up as well. So find all that at overlyanimated.com. And thank you guys very much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.